Hello my friends, I welcome you all to the Creative Thinkers Hub channel. Today we are going to be learning that how to create a seamless pattern and then apply it on an image. For that, first what we are going to do is create a circle. Okay, now in this I'm going to show you many ways of creating this. Let's consider that this is only a 20 circle. Put it in the center of the page by pressing P. Okay, and we give this a particular thickness. So let our thickness, let our thickness be 3 point and our color be not Pantone, we want it in CMYK black. Okay, and so this is 3 point. Let's make it 8 point. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, now there are many ways of making concentric circles. The first way of doing it is what we could do is copy, paste, paste it on top and make this 30 with 0 0 over here. Okay, XY0, control D, make this 40, control D, control D, control D, control D. This is one way of doing it. Okay, the second way of doing this is that if we keep this here, okay, get into our contour tool, okay, and say just increase the number of steps and I want it outwards. Okay, so let's see, this is what you get. Increase the number of steps and this gap should be 5 and you get the same output. Now what does it mean by 5? Here we took 10, 20, 30, 40. So the distance between these two over here is what is calculated. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. So therefore you have to write 5 together, same output. And we have done 6 steps, so you get the exactly the same output. Now what you do here is that you want to separate all of them just like how they are here. Okay, very simple. Just come here, click on this and say break apart. So all of them are going to be, and then ungroup them. Okay, all of them will be separate. So these are two ways of creating this kind of a structure. Now we are going to make two different type of outputs. One in which there is a central color. So let's give this gray. Okay, and this without color. Okay, now there is a reason why we are doing this is because we will create two different type of patterns, one with color in the middle and one without color in the middle. Okay, so let's take our 2-point line, press Control, okay, put the line again, select one of these circles and CE perfectly in the center, copy, paste this and rotate it to 90 degrees. Okay, so you get your 3 point. Now what we do is that take the virtual segment delete and delete this. Okay, delete these segments. This is what we don't want. Another way of doing it is that this circle it got converted to curves. Okay, another way of doing it is that keep it as a circle and make it an arc, right? We want this bottom part to be there. These top parts are not relevant to us. So what we can do here, make it 270 to 360. So you get this bottom part. Whatever that you have done here, okay, 270 to 0, you do on all of them. Okay, so this is what we are making. This is our target. Now what we are going to do is select this whole thing, group it. Okay, take this and we are going to now copy, paste and flip it. Now once it's flipped, take this exactly at the last one or take it at the middle one, so there is a good overlap. Okay, and now you copy and paste this and flip it and just take this. So we are just take this and join it here. Okay, make sure it's in the perfectly in the right place. Okay, so this is one design. Okay, now what we are going to do is make sure that, you know, see, now this is 60 80, so height is 80, so you don't have an option, but you'll have to delete these. Okay, so you get 60 60, it has to be a square. 60 70 is yet coming in. We will yet see that, you know, how we could make this better. So delete one more. It should be a perfect square. There's a reason to why we should be making a perfect square. Okay, so it's coinciding with each other, and we are going to now let this be just the way it is. So this is a perfect square, and you have to select this, say object, you get create, say pattern fill. So what type of pattern do you want to fill? We say that we want it vector. Okay, and say okay. So this space, and make sure that, you know, these crop marks are perfectly in sync with whatever your object is. It should not be outside at all. It should not be outside at all. So zoom in and work with that. Okay, so this is our first vector fill, and say accept. So a pattern fill is created and we have added it here. Now for it to show in our you know, these custom fills here, what you need to do is that click on this add. See, save as new. So you save it as new, and you say whatever English, and title we say circles underscore 1. Okay, save. So it's saved in your abstract. Okay, now once you make a rectangle or a square or whatever, come here, you are going to get this fill because it's saved. It is saved in your category, all category, custom fills, you say recent, and here it is. Okay, so these are our old fills, and as you keep increasing or decreasing the size of your rectangle, okay, you are going to get more and more circles. So this is a very basic circle output that I've created. Now let's say that we want to get a little creative on this. Okay, let's keep this on the side. Okay, how do I get creative? We have created a simple design. To make something more complicated, okay, what is the best way of doing it is that we you have to have not odd number but an even number. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5, we need 6. So let's press Ctrl Z here once. Got it? And so this is our structure. Let's take only one of them. We need only this. Okay, so there should be an even number 6. Okay, 6 4 8, it should be that way. It can't be odd. That is a compulsion. Now what we do, come into objects, we ungroup all of them first, ungroup all of them, objects, convert outline to object. Okay, so this is what happens. We give it a fixed size. Okay, so weld all of them first and give it 30. Okay, so we know we are working with the space of 30. 30 by 30 is what we are working with. Okay, now copy, paste, and flip up, flip top. Okay, so this is what you get as a design. Now what we are going to do is we are going to take this, select this, and just press trim. So what happens, this behind part now, it gets trimmed with the front one. So just select this one and break it apart. Why? Because this is your core. Okay, this is our front. Select this one and break apart, and select all these areas that are kind of extra. Okay, whatever you select, and you delete it. So it is like the circles are overlapping onto each other. So this is our one part of the design. Now what you do is that this is already welded. Okay, let's see, we keep a nudging space of 50, considering that our circle is at this at 30, and we again weld this. It's very important for this to be one piece. Okay, take this, and this is also one piece, this is also welded. Okay, now take this, and what do I mean that right now if I group them, okay, and I keep my nudging at 30 and copy paste, this is what I will get when I flip it. Okay, so this is my design. Now take this whole thing, group, copy, paste, okay, nudge it down by 30 and flip it. So this is what you will get. So you select this whole thing, it's 60 by 60, same funda you have to do. Select this, say create, object, create, pattern fill, vector, say OK. Now you get this crop mark. Come here, and as usual, it should be perfectly from point to point. It cannot be missing anywhere. Otherwise, your whole pattern will be distorted. Okay, so make sure you zoom in really close, extend it to wherever your pattern is. Okay, use your shape itself as a snapping guide. See, it will show you node. Okay, use your shape again as a snapping guide. And now again our last point. You do not want to go wrong anywhere. See, this has gone out, others had gone in. Okay, that's it, and say accept. Okay, again it will ask you what you want, so we say circle underscore 2. Okay, and say save. So now when we come here, we take our rectangle again, come into fills, you will get this fill. Okay, this is our first fill, and this is going to be a, say, recently used. This was our first one, this is the second one. Now in this there are so many different things that you could keep creating, that sky is the limit. Now again, if I take only this, okay, we delete this. If I take only this, ungroup them, take this, only this much. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to at 30 30 30 I'm going to flip them. Okay, so make this 30 again, duplicate up, okay, duplicate this one this way and flip it. Now let's do something interesting. Okay, we duplicate again, flip, and this one, okay, we will keep exactly here. Let's keep it exactly at the node. Okay, and now we will copy paste this, copy paste, and flip it this way. Now this one, no, what we do, we take it here. So now this one, no, we are going to copy, paste, and flip it this way. Okay, and again this way also. So this one is going to go out. You have to place it exactly where it should go. You can't go wrong, otherwise your measurements will keep changing. So node to node. Okay, zoom in and check if you are in the right place. Same goes even with this one. You can't be wrong on your node. Got it? So this is our, so when you select both of them, they should be of the same size, 37.077, whatever that is there, we group it. Okay, and all this is not needed. It can't be of two different sizes. Again, for easy calculation, let's make this 30. Okay, and now we will work around this because our jumping size was already 30. Ungroup both of them again, come here, select this and say trim. Now once you have trimmed this, come here, remove this and just select this central part and delete. See, now this also got deleted. Make sure only this is getting deleted. group this, again weld it. Okay, so this is your created structure of 30 by 30. We group it, and this is your option 1. I'm now going to convert everything again and again and again. Okay, we are only going to see the pattern. So this is what it is, S on top. Okay, let's keep a parent over here. Okay, this is our parent. Let's keep all our patterns in a particular way here. Okay, let's keep three pieces of each, and again duplicate and push it down by 30 to get this S type output. Okay, duplicate, so you get this S type output. Now within this, if I create 4 pieces, so if I take this, I copy, paste and put it here, but now I flip it upwards. Okay, then I duplicate, put it down, and then again click outside, duplicate, put it here. So now I will be getting a different pattern altogether. Okay, I'm going to along this, I have to do this. Instead of this thing becoming my block, this thing becoming my block, now this is my block. So you group it, and now your nudging should be at 60. Okay, duplicate, and do you see you're getting a whole new different pattern. You're getting an 8. Here you're getting just waves. So how you play with this, you know, new patterns can be developed. So that is the thing. And the same thing, I mean, I know I left this on the side, but you could do exactly the same thing over here and make sure that, you know, you're working with the fill also in that same way. So in this center part, you're going to get a white. In this, you're going to get a gray. Okay, when you're working with this area where your curve is ending, you'll get a white. You'll get a white gray kind of an output, and it will look amazing. Now coming back to our main thing, we will see that how we could create a pattern around an image. Okay, so this is a pattern that we have created, and let us fill color. Now these are simple patterns. I mean, these are because we had converted our outlines to color. If you fill color, they themselves will get filled with a particular color. Okay, but if I say that, you know, this one I want that I ungroup all of them. Okay, let's ungroup all 4 of them and say this I want black, this I want at this gray, this then I want again coming at gray, and this I want at lighter color. Okay, so this point, this adjoining point will be of the lighter color, where these are going to be black. You just roughly do something. Okay, and this is my pattern. Let's say this is my whole block pattern. So now I'm going to take this and I will convert it into a object, into a pattern. So create pattern. Okay, now let's take this close-up portrait of a young man. Okay, hydrating himself. We come here, put it here, and make it to the size it is. See, for different textures, selection of your right image is very important. Otherwise, the texture might not show its effect. Okay, we come here, make this lock this, make it 200 and 130. Okay, and then take a rectangle, come into our vectors, and this is our fill. Now if I want to darken it, okay, this is at 100%, this is at 50%. If I just want a subtle thing, I make it at 80. So this is what you get. So this is the kind of effect that I'm getting around here. Now if I say that, you know, I keep this on the side, let's take a very different type of fill. which will really make things look good. Take your graph paper, okay, take it at 3, tap 3 and press Control and leave it. Okay, so you are getting a perfect 60 by 60 over here. Lock it. And now what we are going to do is we will play with tones of gray. But before that, take your 2-point line, cut it. Okay, second cut we make here. Now for that, I'll take my Bezier tool and keep it here. 1, 2, 3 and close it up here. Okay, so all my squares are cut into 2 pieces. It doesn't matter how they are cut, what is the shape, doesn't matter at all. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll come here, take my smart fill tool, okay, specify no outline, or let's keep an outline. Okay, specify outline, hairline no, I wanted 0.5 and I want a white. Okay, so all this should be 0. Okay, give me a white outline, and in my fill again I specify, and let's start with one type of gray. Okay, so I come into my CMYK palette and let's start with the lightest gray at 20 and just click on 4 or 5 arbitrary places, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think this much is good. Now leave everything same, go to 40. Okay, 40, click again arbitrarily, 1, 2, 3, otherwise yeah, go here. Okay, now go on 60 and arbitrarily just click somewhere, go to 80, let's go to 70, let's not go too dark. Okay, here, and let's go to 80. Okay, fill the remaining with 80, and this one more is there, we take 40 again, just fill it with 40. Okay, so now what is the thing that I have got my whole fill. Select all of them, and move it here. Okay, this is not needed, you can remove this. Now you make this a pattern. Okay, object, create, come here, and when I come here, this thing, this square that I have, we click here and come to your fill, your triangles are there, come into opacity here. Okay, come into 80%, this is what you get, and then you could even overlay. Okay, when you overlay, I think 50% is also good enough, you get this brilliantly looking design. Okay, so this is how you play with your all different patterns, create them and create very nice customized outputs. If we come here in your transparency, you say gradient fill, you'll get a much different and much more better. Let's say I want to create some emphasis on this side, you know, where certain things are in a particular way, so you work with the gradient fill, gradient transparency in overlay. So that's how you could work around all different type of things. And my friends, if you like this artwork, please like, subscribe and do not forget to share, because only sharing increases knowledge. Thank you.